Oh, hi, it's me, son of a. I was gonna try out Space Quest 2 for no reason. I thought I'd try the Hercules mode because you don't see many people playing that, and it's got this weird interface quirk where instead of you might notice there's no parser at the bottom here. That's because when you type something in, it sets up like a little parser entry box like the later SCI games, which I thought was cool because typically you don't get the game paused when you're playing AGI games. Um, I don't know, if it's terrible, I can always change it to like EGA, so you get a few more colors. So let's see if we can get to the title screen without breaking things. Here we go. Hey, Dangerous Dave. Thanks for coming in. Now, if that's too loud or not loud enough, let me know. All I have to... What the hell is this? This is Hercules. Hercules graphics. It was high res, but only 2 colors. So I don't know if you want me to read this, but ASCII rendering, yeah. Well, it's kind of funny. So the Hercules version doesn't have ASCII graphics like for the text. Doesn't use the normal character font that comes with the BIOS. So Sierra actually, all the AGI games come bundled with a font that's only used for Hercules mode. But you hardly ever see it because everyone just uses the normal EJ or CJ modes. Alright, so you've just foiled the Sarians' fiendish plot to rule the galaxy by using the Star Generator as their weapon of destruction. You became a hero by saving countless lives and returning the Star Generator technology. That looked like a full stop. Into safe hands. Life was beautiful. Heroes come and go. People soon forget. Your celebrated herodom slowly fades, leaving you once again a janitor. Yeah, I think I can't remember. Like, I haven't fully reverse engineered the Hercules driver. That was on my to-do list. So I can't remember if it definitely doesn't have its own fonts. So Sierra had to provide its own, but I don't know if you could just pass it a font and it will render it for you. Or if that was all manually drawn. I'd have to double check the engine. Yeah, so Roger gets promoted to head janitor, since which is not too bad. And you've been transferred to Orbital Station 4. Alright, life sucks again. So, Xenon Orbital Station 4. Oh. So, I've got this book, The Art of Point-and-Click Adventure Games. I don't know if it's worth trying to look up Space Quest or not. So I'll just put in my username. Alright. Orbital Station 4 is one of many orbiting Xenon, your home planet. It is a transfer point for travelers seeking transportation to the various planets in the Eonon system. As we begin this chapter of our story, we find you, Sonneveld, ace janitor, doing what you do best. Look at those graphics. A beep emanates from your wristwatch. You release your grip on the broom. Oh no! Broom floats away, never to be used again. That makes the 3rd one this week. In VJ, wait till your boss finds out. That's funny because they didn't actually have the original developers doing the remake. So they hated the remake because they thought they didn't want to go to this like sort of retro look. Oh, welcome in, Mr. Whifflet. So they kind of thought of Space Quest as a parody, but like a modern like using modern sci-fi. I don't know. They essentially they hated the VGA version, but I grew up like I never had the original Space Quest 1. Like I started with like 2 and 3. So yeah, I grew up with like the VGA version as well. So we can look at our watch. Press H. Horoscope for today. Keep up the good work. Today could bring that big promotion you think you deserve. That's pretty cool. Yeah. Press T. Alright, so the time, 11:26, minus 47 degrees Celsius. So it's a bit cold out in space. Sonneveld, get in here on the double. You've got a mess to clean up in the shuttle, which just returned. One of your passengers got space sick on the way down. Besides, it should have been done out there an hour ago. Get a move on. With that, the image disappears. I'm assuming that's your boss. Oop. Might speed up things. I always thought this is really cool. How you could walk on the walls in Space Quest 2. Yes, it was. So at least the first 4 were done by the 2 guys from Andromeda, and then from 5, I think it was just one of them. I think it was just I think it was Mark Crow, because one of the guys moved to Dynamics, and then they started doing Space Quest 5 there. But the first 4 were definitely done by the original 2 devs. So 5 and 6 is where they broke off. Unless you mean this Hercules version. The Hercules version comes with all the AGI games. So this is the airlock chamber. From here you can gain extra vehicular access. Spare suits hang on the back wall. Some lockers are mounted on the side. Alright, so this looks a bit more familiar. The lockers are all closed. Open, okay. You bravely peer into the locker to find a Cubics room and your athletic supporter. Take the puzzle and take the supporter. So these 2 items, even though, like usually Sierra's pretty notorious for like soft locking if you miss items, but these 2, the supporter and the puzzle, if you forget them, it's actually it doesn't break the game. Like they're actually alternate solutions to some of these puzzles. And you can... So the Cubics root puzzle has made you look stupid more than usual. Look stupid more than usual? Yeah. And the supporter, I think it's just a jockstrap. Without close inspection, you notice it to be well used. And I'll just save the game. So I'm fairly sure you can't exit again. Yeah, which is good. You are in the transportation control room of the orbital station. The room is abuzz with activity as technicians monitor EXO S4 operations. A pneumatic transport tube is accessible from the walkway above. It's about time you got in here, Sonneveld. Head for the shuttle bay on the double. I'm warning you, you're on your last leg around here, bud. One more screw-up in your history. Jeez. He then orders the transportation officer to send you directly to the shuttle bay and nowhere else until the job has been completed. They look like your average crew types. There's nothing special about it. You stand on it and it moves. Oh, sounds pretty good. What? Does not seem to be in your sight right now. Hey, nice. You into the game barely 8 minutes, and you've already nimbly stepped to your death. How far down your family tree did Knuckles last play an important role in locomotion? Watch your step next time. Whoops. pneumatic transport tube is accessible from the walkway above. The tube is made of plexiglass with a transporter inside it. The physical principles involved are not unlike those which transport a spit wad through a straw. Gross. So it looks like Roger's got some cleaning to do. Shuttlecraft is your standard 10-passenger short commute vehicle. It was primarily designed to ferry people and supplies between the orbital station Xenon and other orbiting spacecraft. Fortunately, can't seem to look at that. So I guess all we can do is go on the ship and do some cleaning. You enter the shuttle and start sniffing around for the mess you must clean. Actually, this will be interesting because I'm not sure if Hercules does the screen shaking. Oop. You're surprised to find that the shuttle is not empty. There are two extremely ugly suckers walking towards you. Oh. Hey, Mzizzy, how's it going? Welcome in. Hey, what the pow. Oh, screen shake. The Nick. Bud. Your protest is cut short as two interstellar ruffians proceed to thump you unconscious. Everything fades. I'm gonna test out my shout out. So check out Mzizzy if you already know. Hello, Mr. Fire Broadside. Also, everyone should check out Fire Broadside if you're into chill simulation streams. And I'm fairly sure Dangerous Dave doesn't stream, but I'm just going to shout him out anyway. He's a famous no-game streamer. Big D! Alright, I have been paying attention to the game, but apparently I've been kidnapped. Yeah, Dave, I used to be the best no-game streamer, and then I stupidly streamed a game. So Big D always seems to stream in my mornings, so I sometimes catch the end of his streams. And he seems to be like a variety retro streamer. Oh, hey David Alexander. How's it going? Welcome in. I'm checking out Space Quest 2 in Hercules mode. So, sagging mass of flesh that appears to have been human at one time, which tubes and wires extend from his body, leading to machines which keep him alive. Suddenly, his visage stirs and begins to speak. Well, did we have a nice nap? I thought we would have to resort to drastic measures to wake you. Oh well. Yes, Big D is a big fan of Keyboard Cat. Welcome to my humble fortress, Sonneveld. The name's of Bohall, Sludge of Bohall. I was the genius behind the star generator when it was still in the concept stages. It was to be my ultimate war weapon until some sissy pants scientists decided it would be better used saving lives rather than destroying them. What a waste of technology. Excuse me if I sound bitter. Anyway, you ruined my Sarian operation. I was going to use the star generator to make Xenon pay for what they did to me. They were going to know my wrath in a big way. You somehow managed to change all that. Oh, I suppose I should have known better than to use those mental midget Sarians. That's not the point, however. You are responsible. You shall pay. Besides, I have another plan, and you'll not be around to foil it. I have devised a plan so horrible, so frightening, so diabolical, that no one will be able to stop me. Observe my latest creation. Gasp. I intend to infest your planet with thousands of these genetically engineered door-to-door life insurance salesmen. I will at last reap sweet revenge from the scientific community that mocked me. My plan was to kill you, but I've had a change of heart. Ha ha ha, get it? He peers down at the hoses protruding from his chest and connected to a life support system. Forgive me, I'm a kidder. I've decided I will get much more enjoyment watching you suffer. My associates will escort you to the surface of Labion, where you will perform many painful hours of manual labor in my mines. Be seeing you. An injection renders you unconscious. Your drugged carcass is loaded onto a shuttle. Upon reviving, you look through the viewing port to see Bohul's massive asteroid fortress getting smaller. Sweet. So I'll just pause that. A bit of chat going on. So yes, I agree. Big D is the world's best keyboard cat streamer. So if you ever get a chance to check out Big D, definitely look into his channel redemption to play the keyboard cat. A lot of people appreciate that. And yeah, David, I don't see many people playing the Hercules version, probably because it's black and white and not fancy color. But it does have one difference between other AGI games is that when you type something, it'll actually pause the game and show a little typing pass-through interface window, which I think is cool. Big D is not a fan of cats. That's surprising considering how often he streams cats. A video of Fire Broadside. I have to check that out later. Good choice, picking something different other than I think everyone else just plays Conquest of the Longbow. That I appreciated the Conquest of the Longbow EGA. That was cool. That was actually the version that I had. Like for some reason, I don't have the big box version of my Longbow anymore. But for some reason it was on special, and the only one that no one had bought was the EGA version. Yeah, so one of these MZZ tells the truth, and one of these MZZ lies. So I'm not quite sure which one this one is. But I think I know. Was Hercules pre-EGA? I think no. EGA came first, and then I think Hercules came out later because it wasn't an IBM brand, and it actually came on a different address, like a video address from CJ. So you could actually, as a developer, you could have a CJ screen, and then you could plug in a separate Hercules monitor. So you could actually get two dual screens on old IBM PCs, and it was good for like a debugging screen. So you do like your development on your CGA or EGA, and then you'd have a debugger on the Hercules, which didn't affect your normal graphics. Oh, I'm glad you think so. Yeah, I should set up more bot stuff because right now the only fancy thing I got is the shout out. Test stream. So far all of my 3-hour streams have been test streams. I don't know if that's going to be a thing or not. After touching down on a giant landing platform, you are ushered to a hovercraft waiting to transport you to the mining site. Utter despair sets in. Uh-oh. Yeah, I might... see how we go. I was thinking I could maybe finish the game. I'll see how fast I go. Houndstooth. So what is houndstooth? Is that like a fabric? I don't actually know. Oh, great. I suppose we're out of fuel. Way to go, Gorf Breath. Don't blame me. Wallpaper pattern in 311. Hope to catch you in the Space Grid 3. I think I'll probably be done by then. Pattern like the David Jones. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. I got you. Don't blame me. It was your turn to fill up. You're always forgetting to do it. Wait till the master finds out. You're in big trouble. Hey, don't talk to me that way, you slime bucket. Oh, I filled it last time. What was he going to say? The argument between the two guards is cut short as gravity reasserts itself. Whoops. Good thing that guard broke your fall. He doesn't look too happy about it, though. Huh. Alright, so... we can hear a beep. Let's have a look at this ship. The hovercraft has been reduced to a mound of twisted wreckage. Everything that was straight is bent. Everything that was bent is bent-er. There appears to be no salvageable parts. Let's have a look in the ship. You do notice a button with a flashing light next to it. seems to be emitting a high-pitched beep. Button. You see a normal button in light. The light is currently on. You didn't notice it during the flight. It must have come on as a result of the crash. Huh. Look what it does. You press the button. The light goes dark, and you no longer notice the high-pitched beep. Nice. No more beep. No, I just kind of finished work, Big D. I was in meetings all day, so usually if I'm not in a meeting, I can sort of have Twitch going on. But I had to mute her because I was participating in work stuff. But I did try and give the occasional hint. I had her on mute, but I could see on the screen what she was doing. I was like, try doing this. I think everyone probably knows her now, but check out Ghoul Babe. She does a lot of retro adventure game streaming as well. And she just finished Beneath the Steel Sky and is moving on to Lorabo too. You search the grotesque body, find a small, thin, magnetic card. It looks like a key card. You seem to recall seeing one somewhere in the past. Take key card. Looks like your average key card. But I don't think she follows me. Which is fine. I feel a bit funny just going into. I don't know. I don't want to like go on other streams and go, oh, I'm streaming now. So I just wanted to kind of organically let the information go free. But yeah, I feel. I don't know. Maybe I'll post more on Twitter. No, don't do that. So there's something here on the ground which looks mysterious or suspicious. Oh no. Yeah. Yeah. Even if there aren't any rules against self-promotion, I don't know. Maybe just let it. I mean, there is if you really want to, and I'm not. There is like a guide the braid thing, so if you want to do it that way, but honestly, I don't want to like break the rules of Twitch etiquette. The ground is soiled. Look at trap. Trap? Trap? What trap? I don't see a trap. Hey, do you guys see a trap? I didn't think so. You must be mistaken. None of us sees a trap. No trap. Ah. Thanks, interview. Yeah. I mean, maybe my second or third stream. Or third week. Oh no, I fell in a trap. Thanks, Big D. No, I like, yeah. If it, I mean, I do not want to pressure or expect. I don't expect anyone to do any promotion of my stuff, but if you do like do a shout out or something, I would appreciate it. Oh no, I fell to the bottom of a concealed pit. You might have survived the fall had you not come in contact with the several 30-centimeter long spikes planted vertically along the bottom of the pit. Way to go, wingnut. Oh, jeez. Alright. Suppose it was a trap. But it says it wasn't a trap. A 5-minute, yeah. Look at mushroom. They appear to be your average garden variety mushroom. So as far as I can tell, the only point of this room is just to die. You can't interact with these mushrooms at all. That mushroom thing sure sucked you clean up. You can't move a muscle nor see a speck of light. You begin feeling waves of tingling warmth and moisture. Suddenly it's not so bad in here. Wow, check out the colors, dude. Nice. I haven't done any sound alerts yet. I should figure something out. Your body and mind enjoy a short-lived buzz that is a side effect of the lethal poison you now marinate in. You are oblivious to the end. Not a bad way to go, actually. GG, Roger. But it sure is early in the game. I had high hopes for you. They said, who? Son of a... Not a chance. That chump won't last 20 minutes. I said, no way. Son of a isn't that lame. Anyway, don't make me look stupid too. Don't make me look stupid too. Alright. Nice. Yes, I look stupid. Mad dog. Suddenly, you hear somewhere to the east. From somewhere to the east, you hear a twang, followed by a high-pitched shriek. So a lot of people get stuck here because there's actually multiple exits to this room. So there's one up here and one down here, and they both go to the same room down this side. But on this side, it's actually two exits. So there's one up here and there's another one here. And a lot of people forget this area. So they go east this way, and then they miss this room altogether and they get stuck. So we'll just go there now, have a look. Ah, what's going on here? Income. Let's try Look Man. The little creature caught in the snare has thick-looking pinkish skin. He looks to be less than a meter tall. He doesn't seem too thrilled with his predicament. Before disappearing through a tiny hole in the brush, the little creature gives you a long glance. Alright, see ya. Let's try and take this rope. It is not within your reach. Boo. Let's try and climb this tree. The tree is coated with a thin, slimy film, making it unclimbable. And yeah, I love that little Mad Dog emote. It's always good to stick it in other people's streams. Alright, I'm gonna climb this tree now. Oh no, I can't climb the tree, I'm stuck. This is as uncool can be. It looks like you've adhered yourself to this tree like a fly to flypaper. And speaking of insects, here comes a swarm now. Uh-oh. Alright, might not be able to come back from this. You'll be proud to know that you have filled today's nutritional requirements for many of the local carnivorous insects. But adventuring is not always pretty. Man, there's a lot of death in this game. Oh, you seem to have kicked one of these strange little spores. You hope your skeleton looks like that? Like all pixely? Your kit caused some spores to open and spray a fine powder into the air. As a result, you are paralyzed from head to toe, unable to move a single muscle. So this is very similar to the Mad Dog puzzle, except in this case you're not picking up a mushroom and eating it. You're just knocking a spore. But this doesn't kill you. It's more of a... It's showing but not telling you how it works. But it does mean you have to wait like a minute. Or longer. Only capable of displacing air. Come on, Roger. If he doesn't wake up soon, I might have to restore a game. Let's just imagine. Pretend that I woke up. Take possession of one of the spores, being careful not to mistakenly break it open. Yeah, the game has some nice, like, sort of black and white dithering patterns that could look good on a sweater. you're doing sweater commissions, just let me know. So you might see a pink one here collecting berries. Why he's collecting berries, we don't know. So this is everyone's favorite tentacle maze. You'll soon see why it's everyone's favorite scene. Oh. Good. You've succeeded in establishing contact with one of this planet's life forms, and it looks like you'll get to examine it up close and personal. The giant root-looking thing is giving you a guided tour of its digestive system. It is digestive. What you experience next is too horrible to describe. Let's just say that you die as a result. You are dead. Trust me. Bite me. You didn't digest well. For a while, gastric distress made it extremely unpopular with the other root monsters. Oof. Okay, let's try this again. Alright. Do a bit of root. Alright, so I have to learn from my mistake last time. Oh. No! It's very clear this time. I used spaces and everything. To left-headed and read knitting instructions backwards. Can't you just read them forwards? Do they have to be in reverse? And a duck there. So, look at berries. The berries hanging on the bush look quite juicy and smell very pungent. Interesting. Take berries. You snag some of the odoriferous red berries. Give me eat the berries. You get them near your mouth and notice the pungent scent. Wisely, you change your mind. Oh, okay. How? Oh, okay. So I have to admit, I have not knitted anything. I just assumed that they worked with either hand. But I suppose there's that loop thing, so I guess yeah. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, I never considered that. They only worked for one-handed people. I'll consider it as my first emote if I ever make it to a point where I can add emotes. I'd have to be very careful how that goes. One-handed people, handedness. Yeah. But it's interesting. I wonder if there's like a way you could automate converting knitting instructions from one direction, one-handedness, to another handedness, or if someone's already done that. No, don't do it. Fire a big follows. There's an algorithm in that. And the whales coming, or the knitting algorithm. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if there's already a website to convert. The knit flipping. Knit flipper. Yeah, without knowing anything about how knitting works. Yeah, it does. It does seem like something that's ripe for converting to an algorithm and just letting you copy and paste onto a website. My new raid message. Thanks. I think. I don't know. I'll just I'll save that in a notepad. But yeah, if you have any luck finding a website, let us know in chat and video. I don't know. I think maybe links are blocked, but just knowing that a site exists might be good. Might be enough for most people. All right, so oops, what did I do there? Order. So this is kind of interesting because you have an order form here. Look at order form. This is an order form you removed from a magazine for a free Labian Terra Beast mating whistle. It's ready to be mailed. So if I go into, I'm just going to look up Space Quest 2 menu. And I'll see if I can download it. Here we go. Chrome. So here we go. So this is Space Piston. This is the magazine that comes with the game, and I think it's yeah. There was like an actual order form in the website, but the actual the manual itself was cool because there's like a little comic as well. Yeah, so the comic essentially is a retelling of the original Space Quest 1. I could have sworn that I saw an actual order form, but I could be wrong. But here's a reference to the Labian Terra Beast. Anyway, just minimize that and hide the current. Plenty of demand though. Maybe should collaborate and do like set up a knitting website. You had an adult video called Space Piston. Whoa, jeez. Okay, that sounds like something you should just discuss between you two. Sounds like a private matter. So MCZ only has Curse of Monkey Island manuals. The mailbox hums and buzzes for a while. Then an object of some sort drops into the tray at the base of the box. The machine goes silent. Take whistle. Non-consensual loaning. Again, sounds like a private matter. Look at whistle. The whistle is usual looking. So that whistle didn't seem to do much. The 90 seconds, which is because we're in Australia, everything's upside down. Look at man. Seems to be in a hurry to leave. We can follow him. Follow that man. Yuck. Okay. Oh, what's going on? Sure, I'll be fine. So I'm fairly sure speedrunners, they can somehow get they can. I think if they do it at the right speed or something, they can get to the point here without having to put the berries on. I think I've seen that done. But normally, look at those mangroves. Mangrove Williams. You feel something slimy clamp down your leg and pull you beneath the surface. You struggle in vain to free yourself. Unfortunately, your desire to breathe results in the intake of a large quantity of swamp water. If the lack of oxygen hadn't killed you, the taste of the putrid water would have. Swamps in gains ratio is very good. Highs in the swamps were, yeah. Yeah, so Mad Dog had, it didn't have a swamp, it had a, oh no, it had, kind of had that muddy swamp and it had a quicksand. King's Quest 4 had the jumping swamp. And yeah, this one also has a swamp. You think it's those eyes and not, I would have thought it'd be more of a Galara Dragon eyes. I can find it here. And hopefully this works. But I think everyone here knows Galara Dragon, but you should definitely check her out if you're not aware of her. She's very cool. So I think Roger's dead. You're dead. That's literally the only bot command I've bothered to set up Big D, so I'm gonna milk the hell out of it. So you may have noticed that this pink guy was rubbing something on him, or he was frantically doing something to his body. And you meant to connect the dots that the pink one that you freed before, he's now he was the guy who picked the berries and he was the guy who rubbed the berries on himself. So rub berries on himself. Whee! You rub the berries all over your body. You now smell like a walking ammonia inhalant. Is that a thing that you can buy? Ammonia inhalant? It doesn't sound like something you'd willingly breathe in. So now we're walking across, but this time we've got berries rubbed all over ourselves. Feel something slimy clamp down on your leg and almost suddenly spit you back out. You distinctly hear the sounds of aquatic gagging and retching. Evidently, you have a bad aftertaste from the berries. Alright, well, that's how we got past that. So this bit, I don't know if this is a good puzzle or not, but if you walk this, like, down and across from the bottom of the screen, nothing happens. You just get to the other side. But if you walk on this side, you'll find a deeper area of the swamp. You are forced to swim. And it's not a very big area, so it's very easy to miss if you don't go up here. A true Tony stream. Yeah, and almost is. Like this would look exactly what it would. This probably looks very close to what it looks like on the Mac. The only difference is on the Mac you get like a whole bunch of icons on the side. I'll just have a squeeze. Let's have a look. Oh yeah. So this is what it looks like on I don't know if it's visible or not, but it looks a bit brighter on the Mac, and you get like these icons on the side as well, and a menu, and the font is a bit higher res. Let's see if I can hide that again. Do you drown eventually? Good question. Let's have a look. Do you drown? So this is kind of a silly puzzle too. So you can actually go and dive. And you've got this nice underwater underground section. And about, yeah, you can't go on. You do not have enough oxygen in your lungs. You panic. The need for oxygen causes you to become irrational. Uh-oh. So we've suffocated. We're dead. Vote yes on lobotomies for adventure game designers. So what you're meant to do is very medical death by drowning. I'm impressed. So you can take a breath, or I think it's take deep breath. Deep breath. You take a deep breath, filling your lungs to near bursting, and head for the depths below. So a genuinely educational death. Yeah, it's not something you really want to go through, so I'm glad the game lets you live it without having to actually do it. Like, I would have panicked at this point anyway, just through claustrophobic feelings. So we've found a cave. You are in a small grotto below the swamp. Strange light dances off the walls of this cave. Its origin, a glowing gem situated on top of a boulder. Huh. You take the glowing gem. Look, rock. The boulder just sits there staunchly. So I feel bad because I haven't been looking at as much stuff as I could. Alright, so I think if we just dive, you'll drown again. So take a deep breath. Yeah, here we go. Once again, you wisely take in a load of air and head below. Oh. And we're back. Back on your feet. So I can come out. Yep. So if you remember, if you compare Space Quest to say the King's Quest games, like, I mean, yes, they're like a different setting. You got your sci-fi versus fantasy, but they sort of also have like different ways of getting you through the story. Like, so like at least the I think the first 4 or 5 of King's Quest, like, you always start out with like a large map that you can explore, and you have to sort of find areas to pick up items, etc. Whereas in Space Quest games, like, it's a lot more linear. Like, you don't have a lot of areas to explore to begin with. Like, you sort of have the smaller set pieces that go into another piece. Like, if this was King's Quest, you'd be exploring a desert, going to another forest somewhere, and picking up items everywhere. Whereas, yeah, Space Quest is a lot more linear, which is, yeah, it's a nice way of telling an actual story. It's a bit hard to do that with an open world. Logs. Look at tree. This tree is dead. The bark must have fallen off years ago. It bears no foliage. Huh. Alright, let's see if we can climb the tree. Can't do that from here. Fine. Climb tree. Tree is dead and seems to be free of the slick secretions some of the others generate. You begin to shinny your way up the snag. Crack. Oof. Oh, I missed that. Let's try that again. First I'm going to push tree. Whoop. That would advance the game in no way. Climb tree. Alright, let's try this again. Crack. Do I press enter, or is it going to go? There we go. Oh! Holy log jams, Batman. You almost ate the big one. Alright, that was worth replaying it. So there's a nice little animation here. Crossing the log. This looks like an unassuming screen, so I don't see why there's any reason to save. Uh-oh. Yikes! You have been snared. Suspended above the ground, you are unable to move freely. So if this was in colour, I think Roger's face would be going a bit red. After a while, the cerebral fireworks begin. Capillaries begin to burst under the strain. You pass out. Once again, time passes. And then some more time passes. While unconscious, you have the strangest of dreams. You imagine that your name is Larry. You are wearing something known as a leisure suit, apparently made of 100% synthetic materials and proven to generate large amounts of static electricity. While prowling a locale known as the Land of the Lounge Lizards, you spend your time badgering women of the area to participate in bizarre mating rituals, such as... And then consciousness begins to creep in. Your head begins to clear, and you realize that you have been imprisoned. Your captor appears to be that large oaf sitting near the fire. Look at Cage. Cage is made of some very hard branches. They might as well be welded steel bars. Huh. The door is locked. Alright. We can't really unlock the door. Look at fire. There are flames dancing above the embers of the fire. Look at folk. That's some nerd folk shit. Yeah, it's the double clicks. I got this shirt when they were playing at PAX in Australia. I thought it was cute. Inspect the ring. Hello, Super Maddie. Welcome in. Super Maddie is not a streamer, but I know him from real life. The hunter looks hungry. Oh. So we can throw the spore, and the hunter falls asleep. But we can't actually do anything. Hey. So we have to call the hunter. Boy. Be persistent. The hunter stands and takes a long look in your direction. His face, though strange in its own right, bears an expression one might see on a freak show patron. He moves closer. Whoops. Favorite kind of soup? Ah. That's a good question. I'm not sure. Usually most soups, they're improved by just having buttered toast that you can just eat the soup that way. I guess you'd need some sort of tomato in it. I guess that always improves a good soup. Hunter falls to the ground, paralyzed. Rosemary and olive. Ah, all right. You'll have to send pictures in your food Discord, MZ, because that sounds great. You search the large, not to mention uncleansed, body of the hunter. You find a key, which might unlock the cage. Other than that, you find only a few assorted parasites clinging to him. Take key. Take possession of the key. Unlock the door. You slip the key into the lock and give it a turn. The lock snaps open. Open the door. You open the cage door. Hey! So I think that's all we can do now. Boo. We'll take the empty spore. The spent spore would be of no use to you now. And the fire is well protected. So this is kind of funny. So first of all, you can see this hovercraft coming over here. So if you wait long enough, that hovercraft will kill you. The cliff is sheer. There looks to be no way down without the direct aid of gravity. Climb cliff. So no matter how close you get, Oh, it's more of a joke because you just get close enough that right. They're ruining my explanation of the clip. It's not good. Let's get out of there and forget about the guards. But essentially, it doesn't matter how close you get to the cliff. Like it'll just keep saying "get closer" until you fall off the cliff. So there should be a tree with rope. Oh, here it is. Okay. So this is one of the problems with having a black and white game. So there's actually a rope here. Ah, Purple and Gamer. Welcome in. Thank you very much for the raid. I believe you are my first raider ever. So this is pretty exciting. Hello, Techie Rob. How's it going? Let's try out this Purple and Gamer shout out. Amazing Glace. How cute the blob. I've never heard of Glace. What kind of game is that? Yeah, welcome in. I don't know if you've got the page is still loading or anything, but yeah, what is Glace? Is that a platformer? But yeah, yeah, you are my first raider. It's very cool. Thank you. Yeah, I don't get enough of a chance to I don't get enough chance to check out Purple and Gamer. There's too many cool people on Twitch. A freeware platform game from like 2005. I'll have to check that. Oh, okay. This looks like oh, what am I thinking of? Oh, I can't. Is it Spirited Glace or just is there a different game called Glace? That was cool. I might check that out. But yeah, welcome in everyone. I'm kind of a new streamer. I'm just trying out playing old adventure games. So this is Space Quest 2, but this is the Hercules version. So there's minor differences. One being it's black and white, and the other is that there's no text past your entry at the bottom of the screen. There's actually the Hercules driver for AGI. It actually pops up a little dialog box to type in your commands, which is kind of cool because I used to think that it didn't have a they didn't have a command window until like the SCI games, but it turns out I was wrong. It always had it. Spirited Glace is a remake that they're trying to make now. Oh wow. Okay. I will check it out because I think I saw there was a link on Archive for the original Glace, so I might play that. Hello, French Toast, please. How's it going? Welcome in. Let me test out the shout out command. So French Toast has been playing a game called Jumping Flash, which is like a PlayStation 1 game, like an early, I think it was like a release title, which is kind of like a weird 3D jumping game. But French Toast is a very nice streamer. You should definitely check him out. But I imagine everyone already knows. Post you chloroform, I'm concerned. Yeah, go to sleep, French Toast. Oh, you finished it? Oh, you only had one level. You only had that one area left. Yeah, he's rendering a video. So let's have a look here. Log. So we've just escaped from the hunter and we've picked up some rope. So let's see if we can Tree. Tie rope to tree. You have to decide between the stump and the log. Alright. Path through being specific. Tie rope to log. Hey, climb rope. Oh, Demolition Man. That is a movie. Alright. So we're swinging the rope. So in order to judge when to swing, usually the ape character will swing or try and grab at you, and that's when you should do it. Any minute now. Here we go. And I'm terrible. Alright, let's try that again. Like is an understatement. Looks upward for flying words. What? I haven't played any of the games based on Demolition Man. Is it like how most movie games were, where it's just like a platformer? Basically a test run of promo work. Well, congrats on getting more work. I assume that's a good thing. Alright, let's try this again. I'm terrible again. Alright. I might have to save scum. Yeah, Sierra love their keyboard shortcuts. At least the nice thing that like Sierra had hey Paradigm. Yeah, it is an old game. Yeah, the nice thing about the Sierra Adventure games is that they reuse the same shortcuts for for every game. So like you got used to F5 to save, F7 restore, tab for inventory. Is Space Quest better than the other Quest games? I would say they're my favorite. The Quest for Glory games are pretty good as well. King's Quest, they're fine. And then it's like stuff like Police Quest and stuff. But yeah, welcome in, Paradigm. Yeah, this game is fairly old. I think it came out 88, I think. Let's have a look. 87. 87. So it doesn't normally look this black and white. So Space Quest 2 supported CJ and EGA, so you had like your 4 and 16 color graphics. But I was just demonstrating the Hercules mode, which is slightly different. Release for yeah. Oh yeah. Without doxing M, yeah, I guess it is. Yeah. All right. Let's do this. Save's coming. I do appreciate that there's a key in between save and restore because I can very easily. I have very easily saved when I meant to restore. Oh yeah, on floppies. Oh yeah, I had Space Quest 5 on floppies. They never had a unlike that's weird. So Space Quest 4 had a CD release, and that was one of the early Sierra talkies. But Space Quest 5, they never got around to it for some reason. I guess it wasn't as popular. Thank you very much for the like. French toast, please. I don't know if I have a alert command. I don't have a alert command, so thank you for letting me know. It's a really good escape. See no one of interest. Look at the monster. He's a hardy-sized fellow. You would guess him to be quite an energy guzzler. His stare suggests serious caloric lust. Jeez. Hasn't changed lately. It's still long and thin. The towering cliff walls are sheer and unclimbable. Climb cliff. Too sheer to attempt to climb. Give up. Right. It's a bit dark here. So I think if we just walk, bad things will happen. Or nothing happens. More caves. There are some cooler caves later. You hear the sound of many small, scratchy footsteps moving towards you. Ow! Ganache. Or Nash? Growl. Growl. Crunch. The snap. You've just been felled by a killer cave beaver. You now know the meaning of excruciating when used in reference to level of pain. Ah. Another senseless tragedy. Alright. Have you finished this one? Yeah, I have Paradigm. I don't know. I used to play this off floppy disks. So Super Maddie, we have a mutual friend, Chris, without giving away too much. Chris HR. Cave Beavers. Yeah. We used to play this off floppy disks. So I'd bring the floppy disks to his house and we'd play the game. And like one of us would control the game. And the other one of us would be like the official floppy disk swapper. And I know at this point was where it had to restore, you had to swap disks. So I'd play like silly buggers and I'd keep swapping between the two screens and forcing poor Chris to keep swapping the disks. He's a fairly good natured fellow. I would have cracked the shits. Hold gem. Use gem? Find where it is. Alright, you're not helpful. Hold gem. Here we go. Take out the gem and hold it in your palm. The room is illuminated by its glow. You hear a small shriek and the sound of many footsteps moving away from you. I suspect it was the cave beavers per Von Gamer. Near the rocks that I had trouble navigating before. Let's see what's at the end of this cave. Oh no! The ground below your feet disappears. You tumble down through the darkness. Dust yourself off. That was a rather spectacular entrance. All systems seem to be intact though. So it's kind of hard to see on this scene, but this thing here, that's the gem you had in your hand and you dropped. So that will be important later. The dwellers mumble something. The translator responds with, "Follow us, beanpole." They hurry away. Look at rock. It kind of looks like a boulder dam. Get it? Boulder dam? Sorry, bad joke. What? So if you look at ground, you see a glowing gem. Alright, take the gem. Got it. So there's kind of a fun wordplay-esque puzzle coming up, which gets a lot of people when they play. Welcome to our canyon. You look to be from out of town. On behalf of all of us, I would like to thank you for saving our compadre from the hunters. You're welcome to stay in the canyon as long as you like. When you are ready to leave, simply say the word, and my assistants will show you the only way out for a being of your size. When you leave, however, we must seal the exit behind you for our own protection. Goodbye and good luck. Alright, so this gets people stuck. So they're like, okay, look at these guys are quite fleshy and pink looking. Talk to them. They don't speak, they just giggle. Try it. Push rock. You are not constructed in a manner that will allow you to do anything to the boulders. You might get those little pink guys to move one of them. Tell guys to rock. So what you're meant to have realized is by the phrase, just say the word. So I think you can go say the word, and that's your solution to the puzzle. And I think you can also just say word. Yeah. Or the word. So I've seen many people play the game and get stuck. What up? Hey, MCZ, welcome back. Oh, what? Cool, babe. Wow. Thank you very much for the raid. Welcome in. Oh, this is cool. Hey. Oh, thank you for following. Hi, Brew. How's it going? Galara Dragon. Hey. Oh, cool. Wow, there's lots of cool people coming in. Hang on. Let's do some shout outs. Hello. All right. So first of all, cool, babe. We actually gave you a shout out earlier. So she's I wouldn't say like a wow, this is a lot of followers. I wouldn't say a retro streamer, but she definitely plays like adventure games. Like I don't think she's limiting herself to retro games. She just seems to have played them at the moment. So she just finished Beneath the Steel Sky and is moving on to Laura Bow. So definitely give her a follow if you haven't seen her. Hybrid, do you stream? I don't know. I will shout you out regardless. He's on hiatus, but give him a follow. And Galara is a very nice streamer as well. I highly recommend following her if you haven't already followed her. She's very big on the MIDI tunes. So I actually I do have the occasional MIDI here, just so people feel welcome. But wow, thank you very much for the raid, Goulet. You are my second raider of all my streams. This is like my third stream, so I don't know what I'm doing. How are you finding Laura Bow? Because I've only ever played the first Laura Bow. Ah, CG Core. Thank you very much for the follow. And thank you for Galara and Highbury for the follows, if I haven't already said thank you. In May? Oh, cool. That's not far away. Yeah, because you were just taking a break. So yeah, I hope you're feeling better. Yeah, I was just sort of playing with OBS over Easter, and then I thought, I'll just see how hard it would be to do a stream. I haven't quite figured out what this stream will be, so I've just been playing a couple of adventure games. Just ones that I'm familiar with. So yeah, this is Space Quest 2, but this is running in the Hercules mode. So it's black and white, and the difference is. Oh wow, glad. Yeah, if that's still a thing, that'd be. I don't know if that's a thing that Twitch does anymore, but yeah, if anyone wants to try that, that'd be cool. Thank you. So I've never actually finished Laura Bow 2. Like I love the first Colonel's Bequest. Like I had like the box and they had the copy protection with the magnifying glass and the fingerprints, but I never actually got around to finishing Laura Bow 2. So I've been meaning to try that one out. Yeah, so somehow all the games I've played on stream have been swamp games. So we'll see how we go. And yeah, CG Core, I love these games. Like I know a lot of them just back to front. So let's just keep going. Let's see how we go. So I'll just explain it before, like hybrid. This is just the standard AGI version. But the difference is that I'm running in DOSBox in Hercules mode, so Sierra picks that up and uses a different graphics driver. Yeah. So yeah, most of the AGI version 2 onwards, they support Hercules as well. 4 more streams. Yeah, I haven't been. Yeah, it's kind of. I think it's at least 2 streams a week, and number of followers. I don't know. It's a lot of things to keep track of. Yeah, I haven't actually. I don't know. I haven't actually got a CRT anymore. Maybe I should get like a little filter or something for this. And yeah, the Twitch retro community is amazing. Um, yeah, unfortunately, I am a fake CRT gamer for now. I'll just pause that for now. I'll get a CRT and then I'll get like a little web camera. Just point it at the CRT, like the authentic retro streamers. Yes, hybrid. Yeah, everyone. Yeah, start watching on your fancy LCDs and TVs. If that is the case, CG Core, that is very cool. If that's the thing that you're doing right now. So this is another kind of silly puzzle because don't adjust your monitor. We have taken control. There is no light source in the vicinity. You couldn't see guano if it was pasted to your proboscis. Proboscis. Guessing that's your butt. So we can't see. And if you look in your inventory, you've got a glowing gem, which you used before to look into the dark cave. So you can try a hog gem. But unfortunately, you can't maneuver with the gem in your hand. So I promise you that I actually solved this game without using a walkthrough back in the day. But I don't know if I would have figured it out these days. But yeah, what you're meant to do is after trying a whole bunch of stuff, is like put gem in mouth. MUVR. Proboscis. Butterfly. Oh. Proboscis. Interesting. Okay. Okay. That's interesting. And the other one is Emu VR. Alright. I'll check those ones out later. Curly bug tongue. You're right, Hybrid. Yeah, I was thinking of putting on a filter, but kind of I couldn't quite figure it out in DOSBox. I know PCM lets you do like a filter as well. You've always heard rumors. It's I think okay, so Space Quest 2 and 3 I've definitely finished the walkthrough, and King's Quest 3 I've managed to do it. But yeah, a lot of Sierra games I've had to use walkthroughs. Like I've got all these books. So I've got like the Police Quest casebook, and it's got like walkthroughs for Police Quest 1 to 3 and novelizations of stories. I've got King's Quest Companion. I've actually got two versions. So this is one I bought later. It has King's Quest 6 in it. I don't know where the other one went. It's somewhere, but that was and that had like King's Quest 1 to 5 in it, and it's always like a walkthrough and a novelization. And finally, I got like a Quest of Glory one. This one goes up to 4, I think. But yeah, I just love going through these books, even not even playing the games. Oh no, what happened? But yeah, I haven't always figured out these games by myself. CG Core, I'll definitely check out MUVR, even though I don't have a VR headset. And Galara is super persistent. Like, I think she just has a lot more patience than I do. Especially considering she went through King's Quest 8. Oh yes. Hugs. Hats off to Galara. Bennett, how's it going? Yeah, I am. Thank you for the follow. I think everyone knows Bennett, but I'm gonna use my fancy shout out button if it works. Definitely check out Bennett if you're not familiar with him. He's another retro streamer and Italian, but don't hold that against him. Alright, so here's yet another cave. Not a great deal better, but better. So the tricky bit here I saw you were... What? What? Oh, suddenly, an inhuman guttural moan echoes through the narrow caves. You're not sure which direction it came from. The only thing you do know for sure is that you've just soiled your undergarment. Oh, well, thank you for taking a break and coming in. Just playing Space Quest 2 at the moment in Hercules mode. How are you finding the dig? Because I've definitely played the dig and finished it. I didn't seem to enjoy it as much as like apparently it's Fractal Mind Mike's favorite LucasArts game, and he's got like a zillion different copies of the box. I just found it was okay. Twitch partner when? Oh god, have you seen the requirements for Twitch partner? It's like stream every single night, have a zillion followers. I don't know if I can make this my full-time job. One follow. Oh, that's what? Alright. I'm sure that'll come naturally. That one extra follower. I'm just doing a bit of Google Translate here. You are absolutely correct there, MZZ. Thank you, Hybrid. See how we go. I think I'll have to impress everyone with my Space Quest 2 skills first. Hi. That's yet more MZZ slander. I have met so many. Oh, it's Stack Boy. Oh wow! Thank you very much for the follow. Wow. Okay. Thank you, Static Boy. That's wow. I don't know how this happened. Hang on, I have to. Cool. Okay. Hang on. I'm just putting on some celebration music. I don't know if this is going to work, but we'll see. Nope. Wow. This is pretty cool. Yeah, I just started like last weekend. Here we go. Hey James Eco, how's it going? Welcome in. Hang on, I've okay, there's a lot going on here. Okay, cool. 50 people following me. That's crazy. Yeah, just stream next 4 days in a row. Yeah, easy. Hang on, what's TM? I'm gonna Google that. Oh, mysterious song. No, sorry, I would not do that to you. Welcome to James Nico. So James Nico. Speaking of actual affiliates, James Nico just made affiliate literally like a couple of days ago. And he literally did it by playing like XCOM and finishing that before Fractal Mind Mike. So he seems to do like a bit of a geoguessing with his mum and also some random DOS games. So definitely check him out. Hybrid. Asking my mum. That is cool. I'll have to keep an eye out for that. Alright, so the problem is I can never remember how to spell Archean. Here we go. So Hybrid, you should check out. But apparently Hybrid will be appearing on this stream. So we'll see how we go. But yeah, 50. Wow, this is crazy. Did I already hit Left for the Girls? I've only streamed like 3 time so far. So I think I've got a few more streams to go and a few more hours. We'll see how we go. Save scumming. Look, save scumming is legit. Just check out my whale scumming clips from my last stream. Just be careful with how you name your save games. Copyright. Hopefully MIDI doesn't get in trouble. Like, surely the algorithms are not that clever. Thank you, Dennis. Yeah, I think I hit 50 thanks to Steak Butter. Missed that son of a. Thank you. So I don't think the Static Butter definitely doesn't stream, but her partner does. So I'll give him a shout out. So he needs closed captioning. I will. Oh yeah, that's a good point. One day I will figure out how to do that. I'm learning as I go. But yeah, it's a good idea. I haven't actually set any of that up. So hopefully I'm not going to die. Yeah, no, go recommend a channel. Please, by all means. Thanks, Static Water. I'm trying. You have an opportunity to stand and spare your tender knees. The crystal clear water gives off a gentle glow. In abundance, it is able to light the room. You take the glowing gem from between your aching jaws. You notice it's overly moist as you slip it into your pocket. Interesting. Yeah, poor Beanie. I can speak quietly for you if you want, French toast. I don't have a microphone to speak into. But, please feel free to check out Lucky Llama, Artium, and Highbury will be streaming on there later. And that is one of my dogs, Bindi. I think she's a bit hungry in the background. But good night, Toast. Good. Have some good sleeps. This place is amazing. Beautiful subterranean waterfalls. That sleep comes for me. And cascades drop before you, filling the air with billions and billions of tiny misty droplets which tickle the cilia. The air is thick with a revitalizing humid freshness. This message is also getting a little thick. Nice. Lumen thick. So this might not be good for Roger. So this is the Space Quest doesn't have too many of them, but at least in this case, there's no way of knowing which one is the correct path to take. So let's just take the left one for now. Oh, this doesn't look good. So yeah, at least you have an opportunity to walk backwards here if you're quick enough. You are in another chamber of the underground river. This area seems a little more alive with sights and sounds of falling water. However, you don't detect much noise at all coming from the back of the cave. Oh. Soup heating hours. Oh, enjoy, have a good soup. Enjoy it with your bread. And please feel free to post pictures in Discord. Oh, did you play part of Gold Rush in this? That was one of... Yeah, I played that much later. It's kind of a funny game. Like, it's got all these weird, like, multiple paths to take, but there's also like a random element, so you can take a path and you'll die, and it's nothing that you could have done to solve the puzzle. You just have to do that path again because you caught malaria or something halfway through the jungle. And yeah, Highbury, I think you're right. Space Quest 2, I think I was thinking like maybe King's Quest 4 is also pretty good, but I think they also had the benefit of doing all that in SEI land and down converting it to AGI. Your first Sierra game was Gold Rush? Wow. I think my first one was King's Quest One. I think I had a illegitimate copy of the King's Quest One bootloader version. So that was like that had like the early AGI interface. I don't even know if it was called AGI back then. Ah, that's not good. Splat. After caroming off a pair of rock outcroppings, you find a final resting place at the base of the falls. Uh-oh. Way to go, wing that. Oh, the Mickey Mouse game. Yeah, because there was the Donald Duck one, which was based on the AGI engine, and then there was the Mickey Mouse one, which was that was the even earlier before AGI. Like that wasn't that like you had like the single screen graphics. You couldn't actually walk around in there. I don't think I played any of those ones. So we know. Oh yeah. I'll have to try and track down the King's Quest one, like a King's Quest one booter, just to show the AGI graphics drawing, because you can still do that. Your luck. Oh, thank you for the luck, Goldback. Thank you, and thank you again for the raid. That's amazing. Thank you. Before the 3D animated games, yeah. I think even now you can take like the AGI games and you can probably render them onto screen like slowly instead of all at once. I think there's a few Twitter accounts that do that as well. As you enter another of the mysterious subterranean chambers, you realize that the water is now racing towards a giant whirlpool in the middle of the area. You are caught in the strong current, powerless to alter your course. Oh. 3D helicopter simulator. Oh, I think you mentioned that on Twitter. I haven't actually. I think. Oh, have I played that one? I think I've only ever seen the demo because Sierra used to release like demo discs of those games, and it had a few screenshots, and it tried to simulate 3D in AGI. It didn't do a very good job, but yeah. Your body is sucked down until finally you're able to resist no more, and you must yield to the overwhelming force. Blip. Jeez, that was quite a trip. Peering around, you find yourself back in the open again. So I don't think we can dive yet. There's nothing of interest below the surface of the water. So, because this space is always here, but I can't. I think it's a lot easier to see now in the Hercules version. The strange, ugly face has a look of disgust etched into it. The waterfall streams from the open, contorted mouth. This must have been carved by members of an early civilization. If this was their god, imagine how ugly the common man looked. Judgy. What have I missed? 3D Ultra Pinball Creep Night. What is that one? Oh, 96. I didn't play as many Sierra games in the later 90s. I feel kind of bad. They're kind of finding their way, and I don't think they didn't quite make it until they just got bought out and disappeared. Yeah, the games. Yeah, they all stored like this practical in his ways for every adventure. Yeah, I remember like pulling apart like the AGI interpreter and figuring out how all the pictures are drawn. That was fun to do. But yeah, they saved a lot of space just drawing the instructions for drawing as opposed to a giant bitmap. I guess it wasn't until like, yeah, it wasn't until the VGA days when Sierra started doing that. Yeah, Roger has never been a competent adventurer. That's fine. So this looks like a unassuming rock. And so if you're like a normal adventure game player, you've probably been blowing the whistle on every single screen, hoping for something to happen. So we'll do it. We'll do it on this screen. So every other screen, if you blow the whistle, nothing happens. You give the whistle a toot. It makes an odd sound. You hear an incredible whirring and grinding sound coming from the north. Uh-oh. Run away! Suddenly, a Labian terror beast buzzes into the room like a tornado, and he looks like he could do as much damage as one. Oh, look at this cute little guy. So I'm sure he's fine. So let's have a talk to him. Ooh. Okay, that didn't work out well. Well, ain't that a hoot? That guy reduced you to a multicolored mound of coleslaw-like matter. Better than a Mirthco Slice-O-Matic. You are dead, however. Yeah. So there's two ways to solve this. First one is just walk off the screen. Come back. He's gone, and you can easily walk through here. The other one is to throw a puzzle that you picked up at the start of the game and couldn't do anything with it. But unfortunately, we have to do it while out of the water. So you chuck the cubic through puzzle over to the beast. The beast appears interested in your offering. Curiosity gets the better of him as he reaches down for it. Seems quite perplexed by the puzzling plastic polyhedron. Boy, he certainly seems interested in that puzzle. So I think that's it. Like, even if you touch him, not much of a talk. So we can't really interact with him. So we can actually take a rock here. Pick up a small rock generated during the Terror Beast's grand entrance. We dock into here. There we go. So there's actually a few solutions for this guy as well. So the important thing is to hide behind the bushes, otherwise the guard will just shoot you. Dang. Allowing the guard to observe you was not very swift. He has disassembled you, probably adding a little excitement to his otherwise a dull day. So what you can do, assuming the guard's not looking at you, is you can sneak around. Oop, I'm terrible. Apparently I'm terrible at this game. Okay. This is a bit fiddly. This isn't even the solution I'm going to end up doing, but yeah, you can go underneath. The guard can't see you. Just say watch. Insert card. So we've got past the guard. As soon as the elevator door closes behind you, the platform on which you rest begins to rise. So we managed to make it up here. But there's another solution. If I go to the right one. So you've got a rock. And you've got an athletic supporter. So it kind of looks like a slingshot. So you can try throwing rock at guard. You throw the rock in the direction of the guard. Unfortunately, it falls well short of its target. The guard responds by firing in the direction you thought it came from. Oops. Doesn't that bite? The guard caught a glimpse when you chuck the rock and with impressive accuracy wastes you. We can try and throw rock with supporter. And we just threw the rock into the bushes. Just didn't bother aiming at anyone. So we kind of, and the guards hear you. So all you can do here is kind of escape. These aren't the stormtroopers. Yeah, these guys can actually aim. So I think what you meant to do is throw a rock at guard with supporter. Just using the whole command line here. Whack. You cleverly use the athletic supporter to sling the rock at the guard. It makes serious contact with the side of his head. We like the way you think. He drops like a lead parakeet. The right thud of impact is momentarily sickening. He is perfectly still. Oh, poor guard. A little bad now. So, if we forgot to pick up... So the key card that we have is actually from the guard that we killed earlier by falling on him. But if we forgot to pick up this card, there's actually no way to go back and pick it up. So this guard would have another one, I think. Only if you don't already have one. But because we picked one up, we don't find anything. Insert card. So I think, yeah, so there's a few different ways of getting through this puzzle. Like one is sneaking around. I think you can actually call out the guard, and while he's making his way down, you can also sneak and into the elevator while he's not looking. But I think throwing the rock using the supporter gives you the most number of points. And into ship. Alright. So we're getting close to the end. Let's have a look. So look. Everything looks automatic. The panel is loaded with clusters of system status indicators. There is a power button, an attitude dial, and an ascent thruster button. There's power. Nice. So I think using the arrow keys will control the ship. But because we haven't got the engines powered on yet, can't do anything. Ascent thrusters are not ready. We've got horizontal control. So that would just mean we go forward or back. Look at buttons. Panel. Power, out, attitude dial, and ascent thruster button. Let's try press thruster. Press attitude button. Alright, this is hunt the work. Oh, ascent thruster, okay. The shuttle begins to vibrate as the ascent thrusters ignite. So I think we can actually run into the press vertically. Oh, attitude dial, okay. And dial. Now set to vertical. So we look at screen. Okay, thruster 3, vertical control. Forward is descend, the back is ascend. Interesting. So let's try forward. Because you are terminally weak above the shoulders, you guide the ship into the ground. Hooray! Alright, let's try the other direction. So we're going upwards. So, Mousimus, thank you very much for the follow. We're just playing Space Quest 2 here in Hercules mode, so black and white. Good night, Galera Dragon. Thank you very much for coming in. And yes, you're right. Everyone here is very awesome. You're off the planet. Good work, son of a. Oh, also good night, Highbury Hazard. Thank you for coming in. Tone sounds. A soft, synthesized voice notes that adequate altitude has been achieved. Scent thrusters are now ineffective. The monitor draws your attention again. Okay, minimum altitude achieved. We're in space. I can see a variety of celestial bodies neatly placed in the cold black of space. So we can't go, yeah, vertical controls are ineffective. But we can turn the dial to horizontal. All right, let's get out of here. Oh, the screens are suddenly splashed with the incredibly horrible image of Sludge Bowhall. Hello, son of God. I've been waiting for you. Once again, my subordinates have failed me. Anyway, it looks like you'll soon be visiting me again soon. Oh, whoop. Yeah. Don't bother trying to pilot the vehicle. I have taken control. You will be arriving at my command post shortly. I anxiously await your arrival. He closes with a chilling laugh. Ha 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 ha. His image is frozen on all the screens. The ship changes course as if it had a life of its own. All you can do is hang on. Yeah, so we can't do much now. So, nothing works. I can put on some thrilling Space Quest music. Feel the ship bank. Oh, this is the asteroid that we visited earlier, and when we were kidnapped. It's not quite Yakety Sax. All right, I'll put Yakety Sax on for you if you want. Through the window, you see your apparent destination, the Vohall's asteroid. Oop. Oops. Oh, probably enough of that. The massive bay doors meet, jarring the entire vehicle bay. As you step down, the shuttle door slams shut behind you. Oh no! Stop playing! Alright, you are quite surprised not to find several of Vogel's guards waiting to greet you. You begin to ponder what the twisted scientists might have in store for you. So, we're pretty much done with that ship, and we're now on Vogel's base. So you might think, let's check out down here first. The door behind you closed solidly. Oh no. But they won't budge. And let's try going right. Oh, no. A barrier springs up before you. Another barrier stands in your way. No, that's not good. Feel the floor shift below you. It's moving to the left. Oh no. Sorry, this game is in a no jumping zone. Hold on to the wall. That one. So there's not much you can do at the moment. You're meant to explore the base a bit more and collect some more items. So we'll just jump in. Imagine, if you will, taking a bath in sulfuric acid and using pumice for a washcloth. After that bit of displeasure passes, it gets much worse as the acid slowly eats its way to the last critical organs. Finally, mercifully, death takes you. Oh. Yet another stupid death. So yeah, let's do a bit of exploring. So there's two elevators. There's one here on the right, and there's another one on the left. And it doesn't really make much difference which one you take. So if we look at the elevator, we're in a small capsule-shaped enclosure. Above the door is a digital readout which reads Level 1. The only other feature is a rectangular panel. The panel has a vertical row of 4 buttons. There is some small engraving at the bottom edge of the panel. It's F6 for the help. F6 does nothing. Jatiler Ursi. I probably butchered that. Sorry, but thank you very much for the follow. So the buttons look ordinary. Each button has a word next to it. In order, they are 1, 3, 4, and 5. So this gets people a bit stuck because they might go press 1. I don't understand 1. So it turns out the parser doesn't like numbers very well, so you've got to type out the whole word. Aren't you glad no one saw that? The digital readout already shows number 1. The trick here is to push the number of a floor other than this one. Otherwise, it's no fun. Yeah, yeah, but thank you for the follow. Yeah, we're just playing Space Quest 2 in Hercules black and white mode, which is why it looks all black and white. Hey, wake up! There is no button 2. All right. So I think the only buttons we care about are 3, 4, and 5. Press 3. Alright. Level 3. So there's a whole bunch of random dangers. Oh, you have the funny feeling you're being watched. So essentially so this guy's going to kill you. It looks like you have been formally introduced to the floor waxer. You now consist of a very thin yet glossy floor covering. Too bad. You seem to be making relatively good progress. Oh. So I can't remember if that's random or you're just meant to be chased and just got to quickly get into the elevator. Yeah, because essentially there's 3 extra levels and you have to grab an item on each level to be able to get past that acid. So here's a door. Not from here. Press button. Here we go. Aha! You know a janitorial closet when you smell one. Almost at once you sense an emptiness, a melancholy longing. You begin to feel homesick. Look. You do find a plunger, however. Okay. Take plunger. Okay. Nothing else in here. Oh, gem. Not dark enough here to be effective. Well, it's nice that it actually gave you a response. Reach the end of level 3. Right. Oh yeah. So this is fastest. Just wanted to see, because I'm running in DOSBox and not ScanVM. So ScanVM has like a speed limiter, so I was just wondering how fast this would be. That's quite fast. So pretend I didn't do that. Level 4. Can't remember what's in level 4. I think it's not quite more of the same. But it can get a little bit. It's very samey here, so I'll try and see if I can find something. I think this is from Leisure Suit Larry 5. So we'll see how that goes, how that fits in. It's quite dark in here. On the floor, you notice a glass cutter. No, this one is actually an MP3, but I think it was converted from. It was a MIDI originally, and I think someone converted it using MT32 or something else. It actually sounds a little bit too clean for MT32. But there you go, a bathroom, which looks useful. If the music is too loud, let me know. So I'm a gender's male, so I'll go in the male bathroom. Hang on a minute. And close door. Alright, I'll just pause for now. Alright, the inside of the stall is a sight to behold. There is writing of various languages etched on the walls. The floor has an interesting coating of some type of congealed dreck. It appears that the toilet may have been white once. Toilet paper dispenser hangs on one wall. Press the wrong button again. Alright. Here's the toilet. Okay. You slide your uniform pants down and settle onto the cool ring. You go through whatever motions might be normal for you during this act. Refreshed, you grab your pants and compose yourself. Nice. Take paper. Okay. Wipe. That isn't necessary now. Okay. But we've got toilet paper. Open door. Wash hand. Get closer. Faucets aren't operational. Overall, it didn't seem big on personal hygiene. Alright. Do not shake Roger's hands. So, fairly sure we're going this way. So I'll just... Because this gets a bit boring, keep playing. Didn't consider wiping necessary. I think that was included as part of the normal actions that you would perform during that. You would hope. I hope so too. What have we got? Quite dark in here. There is a small wastebasket. On the floor next to it is a pair of crusty work overalls. Oh, let's take the basket. Okay. Aren't you amazed by how much stuff an adventure game hero can carry? You've just got to know how to pack. And overalls. You pick up the overalls. They are very small and quite worn out, not to mention filthy, and of no use to you. You toss them back on the floor. As you set them down, something falls to the floor. You see some filthy overalls and a lighter. Yeah. Okay. Alright. So, there's a death here. Bang. Youch! You feel alarmingly dense. Apparently, you are a prime focal point for some aggression channeling by one of the caged creatures. Your compressed composition indicates that your attacker possesses considerable strength, a good guy to avoid in the future. Of course, you are damaged beyond repair. And the game must end. You've made quite a bit of progress though. Don't start screwing up now. Alright. So I think one of these... Here we go. Oh no! That fish from the cage always gets you. It's I mean, at this point you should know to expect anything out of the norm will kill you. Like this thing that's about to appear. One of the cells is opening. Who knows what unspeakable horror awaits behind those steel bars. So I'll let's save here. Oh god. Smack. Oh yuck. The dark and spiny beast with massive red lips grabs you up and, after a longing glance, proceeds. Don't read further if the phrase French kiss bothers you, to plant a very moist French kiss on you. You are left quite stunned. Ah, and we survived. So, essentially at this point you're at a dead end. So we can get, it's so romantic, I know. So apart from Space Quest 1, so yeah, I guess every other Space Quest, Roger has like a romantic liaison. At least in 4 and 5, maybe, yeah, and 6 too. What am I saying? Oh yeah, essentially you're dead ended here. You get very close to the end of the game, and much like the alien in Aliens, you have a chest bursted come out of your chest and you die. I don't know if everyone wants to watch me play up to that point, because there's like a fair bit after that, to get up to that point. So you could just take my word for it, hopefully. Yeah, so this alien will chase you. But I'm fairly sure we've got everything we need now. So now that that alien's released, you will actually, if you kept exploring those levels, it would come out again and try and get you. But thankfully, we've already seen everything we need to see up here. Down there. So what did we get? We got a few things on our little mini adventure. So we got some toilet paper, we got a glass cutter, we got a plunger, a waste paper basket, and a lighter. So everything else we had before. But it's like that whole thing was just running around, picking up objects. But hopefully they'll be useful. The door behind you closes solidly. Ah, a barrier springs up before you. Another barrier stands in your way. Uh-oh. You feel the floor shift below you. It's moving to the left. So you might be thinking ahead of time. Plunger on wall. So you might panic and go, oh, got to do this really quickly. So you type in as fast as you can. See plunger on wall. And I'm sure this will be fine. So using a formerly uncharacteristic creativity, you apply the suction cup-like plunger to the smooth metal finish and hang on for dear life. Once a janitor, always a janitor. But the problem is, because they did it so early, because Dan's probably going to make a liar out of me now. You can hang on no longer. Your grip weakens. Whoops. And we went through this description before. Essentially, Roger did not survive the acid bath. Yeah, so the proper solution here is to wait until the absolute last minute, which isn't too bad. But it means we have to go through this again. Alright, once a janitor, always a janitor. And yeah, let go. So if we just wait here, we can wait here for 10 minutes and Roger will hold on forever. I believe that is Maxie, one of my dogs. You release your grip and a drop back down. Hooray! Okay, that was easy. So, what is this guy? He looks friendly. The huge metal menace is specifically designed to secure a given area. When not busy, it is plugged into the wall, recharging. Imagine what Nikeheads would cost for that puppy. Oh. You have made the mistake of getting within what looks like to be a cattle prod's length of the metal menace. An electrical contact connected to an extension arm reaches from its body and makes contact with you. That's when you begin feeling the intense bursts of electrical current pulsing through your body. You quickly black out and turn into ash. As you can see, you amount to little more than a hill of laser-fried beans. You've come a long way, only to be torched. Keep up the fine work. So, what you're meant to notice in this room is in the other corridors they've explored, there's nothing in the ceiling, but here there's some sprinklers. The ceiling looks ordinary, except for some fixtures that look like sprinklers. Whoop. I think we've got some guests over, so apologies for any chatter in the background. So what we're meant to do here is we're meant to put out, we're meant to create a fire, and then that will turn on the sprinklers, and then hopefully it'll short circuit those robots. So we can try putting paper in basket. Whoop. Okay, and then we can try light paper. Light paper with layer. So the game won't let you do that. What you have to do is put basket on ground and then light paper. Create a little hobo fire. While receiving a nice hosing yourself, basket fire is extinguished. Seconds later, a loud series of pops is followed by the smell of fried electronics. The sprinklers sense accomplishment and cease operation. It's of no use to you now, so we can't take the basket back. Your fire and subsequent shower seems to have shorted out the burnished bullies. Nice. You have just entered Bohol's secret chamber. The evil one himself is seated before a large platform, high on a platform in the center of the room. Standing obliviously ready are many of the dreaded salesmen clones. Hey, it's Bohol. So, son of old, we meet again. I must say, I'm quite impressed with your resourcefulness and tenacity. I'd love to chat, but I'm busy preparing the last of my salesmen clones for their trip to Xenon. Feel free to stick around and observe the downfall of your civilization. Ha ha ha. Okay. I'll just sneak up here, up the stairs. Going somewhere? Ha ha ha. Uh-oh. As soon as you step on the platform, you are struck by a beam of light emitted from a unit in the ceiling. In a matter of seconds, you are broken down into microparticles and extracted from the air. Again the beam strikes, this time blasting into a glass jar on the console. It is there you are molecularly reconstructed in a miniaturized form. Well, I'll be darned. My miniaturization beam does work, Bohol's voice boomed. In the old days, I'd test these things on myself, but, as you may have noticed by my appearance, being my own guinea pig has had its disadvantages. I guess this will keep you out of my way once and for all. You'll make a nice conversation piece. With that, the blowhole turns away to put finishing touches on Xenon's fate. Well, we're in a glass container. We've got a glass cutter. So let's use the glass cutter. The newly cut pane of glass falls to the counter. Apparently, Vohol doesn't notice. Cut glass. So it seems like the only place we can go is to the left. But if we go this way, whoop, wham. Down, Sonnevel. I guess his largeness got a little fed up with your meddling. You've been redesigned once again, revealing a permanent overhead view. You resemble one of those wonderfully colourful mosaics commonly found on windshields. Dead again. Alright, so if we look here, you're on the surface of a console. A large, compared to you, jar sits in the middle. A hole has been cut in the side. There are some vents near the back. A vent. Look, vent. As you turn your attention to the vent, you notice it to be quite dark. You hear a rhythmic hum of some sort of a mechanical device, and something that sounds like industrial strength breathing. It might be coming from the vent. Get in vent. You wiggle your slim carcass through the vent. So it's a bit hard to see here. But there's a caution here, and I think there's a red button. So if we look in here, judging from those two hoses coming in from outside, you guess that this is the inner workings of Vohil's life support system. A respirator pumps oxygen into his lungs, while a pump on the back wall forces blood through filters. There's also a sign on the back wall. The walls are featureless, except for a larger button on the back wall underneath the sign. Typical of most buttons, except very large. Well, what does pressing the button do? Need to be closer. Okay. I think the button is here. Uh-oh. Way to go, Sonneveld. You've just disconnected Vohol's life support system. He's a goner without it. Whoops. Yep. No. Thanks. You can see Vohol struggling to take his last few breaths. Not you again. You think you have won, he wheezes, but all you have done is seal your own fate. He reaches up and flips a switch on the far end of the console before dropping to the floor, dead. Well, let's see what we can do to get out of this mess. And just do a bit of a safety save. Reduce or enlarge. So if we type reduce, it's probably not a good idea. Because we're already quite small. So if we try and shrink ourselves a bit more, it's not going to be good for us. But let's see what happens. By already being in a miniaturized form and setting the beam to reduce, you are now too small to exist. That wasn't too swift on your part. Too bad. Thanks for playing. You've been very entertaining. Alright. So, let's try the other way. You are once again reconstituted, this time to the correct size. You notice that the clones are gone. There's a flashing screen that wasn't really flashing before. Launch countdown, 8 minutes. To abort launch, enter code below. So we don't have the code yet, but maybe Vohol has it. An examination of his repulsively turgid, fabric-encased mass reveals nothing other than the tubes which supplied him with blood and oxygen. You do notice the letters SHSR written in pen on the back of his left hand. SHSR. Alright. Sure that'll come in useful. Abort granted. So I think everything's good. Alright, so these stairs are annoying. Usually, Space Quest doesn't have horrible stairs. But I think we should be able to just, yep. As long as you walk diagonally, not too bad. Nothing much you can say about clear stuff. There is a box attached to the wall at the west end. The box is actually an oxygen mask receptacle. It is currently closed. Open the box. Open the box and noticing an oxygen mask, remove it and close the box. Interesting. So if we wear the mask now, yeah, we look a bit silly, but we're fine. The glass cracks. A section of the glass tubing has fractured from combined stress. The pressurized atmosphere rushes for the relative vacuum of space. Fortunately, wearing the mask protects you from suffocation. No longer needing the mask, you remove it and stow it for later. Alright, so we're getting pretty close to the end here. So this bit can be a bit annoying. Hang on. Alright, one more screen. Sorry about the noise. So if we go to normal. So there's a robot here. And if you're quick, you can actually press button. Get in pod. So it's a little bit easy to do in the Hercules version because the game pauses when you type commands. But if you weren't, if you're playing the normal one, you can run it at super slow speed and type in really quickly. Alternatively, you can press the button, walk all the way around, and then when you so you walk all the way around and go right back again, and then quickly get into the pod before the robot catches up with you. But yeah, the robot has apparently decided that it is permissible for you to be here since you're in the pod already. You are seated inside one of the emergency escape vehicles. Before you lies a control panel and a viewport. Through the viewport, you can see portions of the asteroid breaking up from the intense heat due to orbital decay. It's only a matter of time before you burn up with it. Upon entering the escape pod, you quickly take your seat. The only outstanding feature on the panel is the clearly marked launch button. Okay. Press launch. Okay. 40 minutes until meltdown. The synthesized voice cheerfully announces. So fortunately, we didn't need to spend 40 minutes solving the puzzles. Warning. Emergency escape vehicle launch sequence has begun. Launch time. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Whee! Phew. You're gonna have to stop cutting these escapes so close, son of a... Well, you must feel pretty good right now. Stopped Vohol from carrying out his threat of salesman and infestation, ultimately destroying the twisted scientist himself. You also managed to save your own skin. And just look at that score. Pretty darn impressive. Uh-oh. Suddenly, a warning signal draws your attention to the oxygen meter on the front panel. It reads low and dropping fast. This is just great. You know it was all too good to be true. You have maybe 5 minutes of air left? Well, Sonnevad, it was nice knowing you. Oh. So, quick look. Now, you take the time to view the interior of the pod in more detail. You see a sleep chamber against one wall. Open a chamber. You turn back the plexiglass cover. Get in a chamber. You make the split-second decision to enter the sleep chamber. It seals automatically. Soon, you are overcome by a pleasant drowsiness. This is certainly better than suffocating. You begin to drift away into a deep sleep with the satisfaction of having accomplished your task. You come through in the clutch and you deserve a nice long rest. Now someone will just pick you up somewhere along the way. So long, Sonneveld, and thanks for saving your people. You also managed to save your own skin. And just look at that score. Pretty darned impressive. Oh, 5 points off. What did I miss? Alright, the end. There we go. All finished. For now. Oh, thanks, Gorbeg. Thank you for the GG. Oh, Maximus, thank you. Thank you, Maximus. Thank you, Dangerous Dave, for all the GGs. Yeah, so that was Space Quest 2. Huzzah! Yeah! And I'm interested in the 5 points I'm missing. I have to look into that. Because you got through that fast. Well, yeah, so most Sierra games you can usually finish within a couple of hours. It's usually you, a super player. Thank you, Tokyo Rob, for the GG. Yeah, the problem with Sierra games is that they can take up a lot longer once you're trying all the different combinations of words and searching everywhere. Kind of helps that I've played this a few times. So yeah, that was Space Quest 2. I hope everyone enjoyed that. I'm just going to have a quick look-see. See if anyone else is streaming. Oh, it's a few people. But not sure. Oh, Bumploff is still playing. Hang on a sec. Let's see how long he's been going for. Yeah, I might give Bumploff a read. Assuming he's let me just double check. I've gotta go through some ads. Horrible ads. I don't even know what I'm looking at right now. This looks horrible. Alright, yep, Bumploff is still going. Okay. Yeah, so thanks everyone for watching. That was Space Quest 2. Let me start up this raid thing. Is that a Commodore disk case on your shelf? Do you mean this one? This is a PC one. What game am I playing on next? I'm not sure. I was thinking maybe Monkey Island. We'll see. Dangerous State. This is my 3.5-inch case. Sorry, not 3.5. 5.25 inch. Sorry, I can't speak anymore. I've got. Essentially, I've had these for like forever. Actually, not a lot of the discs work anymore. Yeah, no, it's 5.25. So these are. I haven't got the box anymore. But I do have Leisure Suit Larry 2 on 5.25 inch disc. That comes up. So I never actually had the manual for it. The cool thing about Sierra games is that they usually came with both 3.5 inch and 5.25 inch discs at the same time, like in the same box. So you'd buy it and you'd keep your 3.5 inch ones, and then you'd give away the 5.25 to somebody else, which is kind of cool. Oh, okay. So I'm just gonna raid Bumfluff Tornado. He's a very chill streamer, and he's currently playing Kingdom Hearts 2. So yeah, definitely say hello. I don't really have raid message or anything, so just type in hello if you want. But thank you very much, everyone, for watching, and just saying hello in chat and things like that. Yeah, so the next game I was thinking of playing is maybe Monkey Island. Yeah, those floppy disk boxes are massive danger. So I used to have a 3.5 inch box, but I don't know what happened to it. I feel kind of bad that I lost that one. Yeah, so either I was thinking Monkey Island or Habitat. So there's this C64 online game called Habitat by LucasArts, and I haven't quite figured out how to get it going yet. But I want to set it up so I can. Someone has set up a Habitat server so you can log in with a emulated C64. So if I can get that going, I might stream that. So possibly Saturday morning or Sunday morning. Haven't quite figured out one of the first social games. Yeah. So if I get that going, possibly this weekend. So fingers crossed. But anyway, I think I'm about to raid. So thank you again, everyone. Say hello to Bumper, please. See ya.